For years, the truth was locked away behind heavily redacted court filings and sealed testimonies. A labyrinth of secrets, wealth, and unimaginable exploitation, operating in plain sight. But when a federal judge ordered the final batch of documents unsealed, the dam broke. The so-called Epstein files were no longer rumors. They were public record. Hundreds of pages detailing the inner workings of a global trafficking ring.
Get us out of here right now!
The network was vast, operating out of a sprawling Manhattan townhouse. Heavily guarded, an epicenter of elite social gatherings, where the most influential figures walked through the doors, and spanning all the way to a secluded private island in the Caribbean. Ferries and private jets brought the elite away from prying eyes. It was a heavily surveilled fortress where every encounter was recorded and systematically archived as powerful leverage. Navigating the unsealed files is like walking through a minefield. A minefield of redacted identities and hidden truths. John Doe's and Jane Doe's slowly being stripped of anonymity.
How did he operate for decades without anyone stopping him?
Because the people who could stop him were on his planes.
The flight logs read like a who is who of global elites. It was an operation requiring massive logistical support and a profound amount of willful blindness. The network could not exist without massive financial infrastructure. Billions of dollars moving through shell companies and offshore accounts. Erasing the paper trail before investigators could arrive. But the unsealed files contain traces of these dark transactions. Billionaires, politicians, scientists, and royalty. A sprawling web of complicity. The newly released documents do not inherently prove guilt for everyone named. Some are merely mentioned as witnesses or peripheral contacts. But for the survivors, the unsealing represents a crucial step. Decades of trauma brushed under the rug by powerful fixers. Finally brought out into the blinding light of day. Transparency and accountability in a court of law. The fight for justice continues. As investigators hunt down the network's financial backers. But powerful forces are still desperate. Desperate to keep the remaining secrets buried. As more files are scheduled for release, the question remains. Who will be exposed next?
Stay away from me!
The Epstein files are not just a legal document. They are an indictment of an entire system of power. A system built on exploitation and silence. But that silence has finally been broken. And the world is finally watching. Closely.